When the Asari discovered the Citadel, they also discovered the Keepers, a docile, multi-limbed insect race that seemingly exists only to maintain and repair the Great Prothean Station. Early attempts to communicate with or study the Keepers were failures, and it is now illegal to interfere with or impede Keeper activity. Because they are completely non-threatening, Keepers have become virtually invisible to everyone else. Similarly, they seem indifferent to other species, except for their tendency to help new arrivals integrate themselves into the Citadel. No matter how many Keepers die due to old age, violence, or accident, they maintain a constant number. No one has discovered the source of new Keepers, but some hypothesize they are genetic constructs, biological androids created somewhere deep in the inaccessible core of the Citadel itself. The Krogan evolved in a hostile and vicious environment. Until the invention of gunpowder weapons, eaten by predators was still the #1 cause of Krogan fatalities. Afterwards, it was death by gunshot. When the Solarians discovered them, the Krogan were a brutal, primitive species, struggling to survive a self-inflicted nuclear winter. The Solarians culturally uplifted them, teaching them to use and build modern technology, so they could serve as soldiers in the Rachni War. Liberated from the harsh conditions of their homeworld, the quick-breeding Krogan experienced an unprecedented population explosion. They began to colonize nearby worlds, even though these worlds were already inhabited. The Krogan rebellions lasted nearly a century.
Duck Quacks, and no, you're not late. We just got started a minute ago. I'm just making some posts on some discourse that I'm live, so if you'll bear with me for a minute, please, I would very much appreciate that.
Only 1 in
Thank you.
1,000 pregnancies viable, and today the Krogan are a slowly dying breed. Understandably, the Krogan harbor a grudge against all other species, especially the Turians. Driven from their home system by the Geth nearly 3 centuries ago, most Quarians now live aboard the Migrant Fleet, a flotilla of 50,000 vessels ranging in size from passenger shuttles to mobile space stations. Home to 17 million Quarians, the flotilla understandably has scarce resources. Because of this, each Quarian must go on a rite of passage known as the Pilgrimage when they come of age. They leave the fleet and only return once they have found something of value they can bring back to their people. Other species tend to look down on the Quarians for creating the Geth and for the negative impact their fleet has when it enters a system. This has led to many myths and rumors about the Quarians, including the belief that underneath their clothes and breathing masks, they are actually cybernetic creatures, a combination of organic and synthetic parts.
Okay, we got everything ready here. Thank you for everyone's patience. I really appreciate that. And Duck Quacks, welcome in again. It's good to have you here. We are continuing on with Mass Effect. Today is a extra stream because of how well yesterday went. So, yeah, sit back and enjoy. And it has been a very good weekend, Duck Quacks. Thank you for asking. How's yours been? Alright, so where are we mission-wise? Okay, so those are 2 we're not going to do just yet. I want to get some more side stuff done because it benefits us in the long run. So I think next we'll do this one. Ah, that's good. What did you get up to, Duck Quacks, over the weekend? So we have to go to the Macedon system in the Artemis Tau cluster. Artemis Tau cluster. Oh well, if you got a chance to code outside, you gotta take it. Good thing that went well for you. And you got some good weather for a change. Or, actually, I'm not sure if it was for a change. How has the weather been for you? Okay, team members. You sleep for almost 13 hours. That is... Wow, that's insane. But at least you get some good sleep. Okay, we'll bring Tali. So, good day. Oh, that's good. And... let's see... Yeah, Caden. We'll go with that combo team this time round. I try to mix and match my teams as best I can, but you'll probably see like the same pairings here and there. I mean, it's unavoidable given the limited numbers we have. Alright, squad. Tally's got points we need to assign, so... Okay then. Now for the map. Well, there's an anomaly here. Let's go to that. Always good to explore these worlds as much as you can, and easy, Mako. Don't need good physics-defying behavior just yet. Seriously, this vehicle bounces like you wouldn't believe. Well, today's stream has just started, like, literally a few minutes ago, so far it's so good. Yesterday's was really nice. Lots of fun, lots of enjoyable chats, a raid. But yeah, so I'm still kind of like vibing from yesterday's energy stream. I mean, I'm not expecting it to go like yesterday's went, but I still expect it to be enjoyable nonetheless. Oh, this is like an abandoned camp.
On my way.
An Asari capsule? Matriarch's writings recovered. Interesting, very interesting. Oh great, now it's Asari writings. Okay. Okay, that's where the stronghold is. Oh, tell me, Duck Quacks, what do you have going on for next week? I'm curious as to why you only stream like between 7 and 8 PM in your time zone. That's really just when I got the time to stream, to be honest. No overall big reason, it's just when I have the time.
Cover me.
We're not going into battle yet, Tali. Trust me, you don't need covering. There we go, some rare element. Always good to get this stuff, it is, always good. My friend farm got Wi-Fi backup, so most likely going to be there. Oh, cool, 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 cool. Is this me, or does this vehicle really like defy all laws of physics the way it bounces and moves? I mean, it's certainly convenient for getting around, but it's really all over the place. And there's a stronghold, but I see enemies on the outside. Oh well, in this vehicle we're pretty much going to be fine. See? Fine. Although my aim could definitely be better. Yeah, they're not really doing a lot of damage, so I don't have much to be worried about. See? And now they're all dealt with. Yeah, I guess it must be. I mean, there's a lot of stereotypes that coding is all indoors and in dark, sealed computer rooms, like places like that. So being able to do it outside must be a, like, well, a literal breath of fresh air. Too good to be real. Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. I would. Alright, here we are, and it looks like there's going to be some shooting. When is it now? Okay, oh, his enemies move fast, I'll give him that. Hope you also discovered new things and enjoy it. Well, I haven't discovered any new things as of lately, but I think it's safe to say I enjoy it. What I have discovered already, that is. Stasis, what's this do? Huh, wasn't expecting to one-punch that.
Perimeter secured.
So looks like that was all of them. Oh, these look good. We'll take all those, thank you. One punch! God, that intro still gets me every time. I love hearing it. There needs to be a third One Punch Man series soon. Ooh, decryption. Man, you get a lot of damn armor here. Alright, let's see if anything's good or new here. Nope. Firestorm. Capacity's lower, but the damage is good. We'll definitely give that to Shepard. Okay, armor. Onyx, heavy armor human. 38. 20. Okay, we'll go for this one. Oh, nice. Very nice. Doesn't this look good? This looks good. Let's see what kind of upgrades I can give him. Toxin resistance. 7% damage protection. Let's go for damage protection. Now for Tali. Oh, good. There we go. Okay, now what about Caden? Okay, that's good. Alright, looking good, looking good. Huh, so I guess the Onyx armor is like the N7 default armor for Shepard. That looks nice on him. You have... Oh, you haven't played Mass Effect lately? Have you ever played it? I can't recall if you ever mentioned if you ever did play it or not. I need to increase its fitness a bit. Add another 2 soldier. Not really that big on shotguns. I use them if I have to, but not really focusing on it. Let's give 1 for fitness. And yeah, let's go for healing. Should probably get some points in assault rifles next. I should, because I do like to use the sniper rifle from time to time. Played the first or the best Mass Effect, but stopped after the first one. So like what I'm playing right now. You know, the first one was actually made by developed by a smaller team. It was. Okay, so we're heading up now. Alright, seems fairly quiet. Seriously, it's too low. You discover evidence that the Asari leading these slavers and the son of the interest important ambassador to Citadel are sisters. Oh, this should be fun. Alright, looks like we're done here, we are. Oh, there's an upgrade kit over there, I must have missed it. Let's see. Yeah, we'll take those. Okay, that looks like everything. Really nothing to do now, because you can tell just by how quiet it's gotten in here. Alright, we are out of here. Solo camping on holidays. Good or bad? Well, I guess that depends on where you're going camping. But, you know, depending on locations, if it's peaceful, tranquil, and what you want, I guess I would say good. But yeah, I think it mainly comes down to, like, where you're going. Alright, we got 2 missions. I got a mission I completed in my last stream and this one now, which need to be going to the Citadel to complete them, so we're going to do that. Oh well, if you got it all to yourself, then I say definitely
Commander,
good.
Urgent message from Alliance Command coming in. I'll patch it through.
Shepard, this is Admiral Hackett from Alliance Command.
Yes, I know
We've
it's you,
got a
Admiral.
situation here, and you're the only one that can handle it.
But yes, I've definitely heard that before.
How come every time there's a problem, you end up running to me?
You're a Spectre, Shepard. And this isn't some run-of-the-mill mission.
Oh,
There's
really?
an Alliance training ground where we test weapons and technology in live fire simulations. One of the VIs we use to simulate enemy tactics in the drills is no longer responding to our override commands. It's gone rogue.
Are you telling me this computer is thinking on its own?
We're not
Sounds
stupid,
like it.
Shepard. This is a virtual intelligence, not a true AI. It's not self-aware, and it can't access any external systems. We didn't do anything illegal here. Virtual
Sure, you never
intelligence support
do.
is critical to our military success. VIs process thousands of status reports and react in nanoseconds. No human can do that. We need you to fight your way through the training ground of the VI core and manually disable it.
I suppose I should at least ask if there's any other options.
Can't you disable it remotely?
Our failsafes aren't responding. The VI operates on a closed network. It can affect any external systems, but we don't have any direct access to its processes. We could bomb it from orbit, but the damage to the facility would be catastrophic. We'd prefer to have someone shut down the core. Someone like you. I know Spectres answer the Council, but you're still human. You're still part of the Alliance military, and right now we need you. The VI controls all the facility's weapons, drones, and automated defenses. You're the only one that can pull this off, Shepard. Good luck.
Yeah, the only one who can pull this off because I'm the only protagonist in this game. Alright, docking back in the Citadel. Can't stay any longer, it's almost 4 AM. Oh, Dux, you need to go get some sleep, mate. But yeah, thanks for coming around and talking for this little bit. It was real fun to catch up with you and see and know you're doing okay. And as always, thank you for always coming by and dropping by. I really appreciate it. You have a good night. And get a lot of sleep. Ooh, that's a good balance.
Equalizing interior pressure with exterior atmosphere. Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. Exo Presley has the deck.
Rogue VI. This is the best stream in your opinion? Well, thank you. That definitely means a lot, and thank you for the good luck too. Seriously, you go get some sleep. I mean, 4 AM you're up? Come on. Oh, not that. Ooh, advanced throw, good. And you know what, 1 point for stasis. Let's see, anything I can give her? Doesn't look like it. Alright. Elevator takes forever.
Alliance officials have raided a dangerous cult controlled by a former Alliance officer, Major Kyle. Major Kyle and his cultists refused to surrender and were killed in the resulting firefight.
Ah, there we go, doors are open.
Reporter Kalisa Al-Jilani recently attempted to land an interview with Commander Shepard.
Oh, she technically
the first
did.
human Spectre. Commander Shepard answered difficult questions, demonstrating that under that military uniform is a keen diplomatic mind.
We won't go that
We'll
far.
have exclusive footage later today.
I wouldn't say I'm that diplomatic. Alright, the embassy lounge is here, so we'll get this taken care of. Come on, door open, open.
So they finally did it. I knew one of your kind would make Spectre one day.
Hey,
only hope
baby
you're better than the one
Chup,
they're
what is
sending you.
up? Welcome, how are you?
I'll do whatever it takes to stop Saren.
Welcome, it's been a while
That's
since
what
I've seen
worries
you
me.
here. How are you
Was there
doing?
something you wanted?
I'll be going now.
Goodbye, Commander.
We're doing another playthrough of Mass Effect. This is the first Mass Effect game.
This place seems strange. Wish there were more humans.
This is when you first came in on one of my streams. I was playing Mass Effect 3, but I'm doing a new playthrough, second playthrough, starting with the first one.
Yes, Shepard? Did you find my sister?
Dahlia's
Oh,
dead.
you've been busy.
I
What have
killed
you
her
been
myself.
up to?
If
And
you
I'm
don't wanna
doing
end up
good.
like her, start talking.
Today's actually an extra stream. I don't
No need
usually
to raise
stream
your
on
voice,
Sundays,
Commander.
but it was such a
Surely
really
you
good
can
stream
understand
yesterday,
why
and I
I
was
lied to
vibing
you.
from it, so I thought I'd do an
If
extra
people
one
found out my
today.
sister was a criminal, I'd be considered a security risk. They'd revoke my clearance or place me on administrative leave until she was apprehended. That is why I misled you. I could not risk you exposing me. But now that Dahlia is out of the picture, it's no longer a problem.
Well, you gotta remember, this is remastered graphics. This is.
Next time, do your own dirty work.
So it's all been,
I am
like,
sorry I
polished,
wasn't honest with you.
sharpened.
We have trust issues in
I did look at, like, the original
Obviously. I shall transfer a little
gameplay
something into
before the
your account as a
remaster. I mean,
token
they
of
were
my
on. The
appreciation.
graphics were PS3
I'm sure
level,
you'll find the amount satisfactory.
but they were quite nice. But this is very polished up and cleaner. And mostly seeing some friends I haven't seen in a while. Oh, that's nice for you. Okay, so the last time I was here, I chose this option for Paragon, but we're leaning more Renegade, so we're going to select this.
I'm a Spectre, not some merc for hire. I can find credits anywhere.
True, but I'm the only one who can authorize you to purchase prototype Asari mods. I will get you added to our manufacturer's preferred client list. I think you'd be very interested in what they have
Huh,
available.
really? I'm not
Goodbye,
familiar with her
Shepard.
voice or
It has been a
her, I
pleasure
don't
doing
think,
business with
so
you.
can't really say for sure. Do the remaster graphics look much different from the original graphics? Hang on, let me get into a better position to show you. It'll be easier if you can see visually than just having me explain it. Just get in the best position I can. So I think out here is pretty good. Alright, here we go. So if you take a look around the area here, like so, the foliage is a lot more detailed compared to like the original one. Now before, the foliage was kind of all like more flat. You couldn't see like the more individual leaves. They didn't stand out as well. Oh, does she? I didn't know that. But yeah, anyway, to your previous question, the graphics are much better. You can see much more definition and sharpness than in the first one. I mean, in the original one, sorry. In the original one, these had much less definition. They weren't as clear, even though you were right in front of them. Which is no surprise because it was a PS3 game at the time, so the graphic levels weren't as strong. And the PS3 was still fairly new at that time, so the graphical levels hadn't really evolved as much. But yeah, there is an immense amount of detail that has grown, and I think, and from what I've learned, it's the first one that's received the biggest improvements in terms of details, gameplay, and bug quashing, because back then companies couldn't release patches online to improve the games. Yeah, they're much more crisp. I mean, frankly, if I hadn't been aware of like the original Mass Effect game, and when I bought this, I would have honestly mistaken it for a actual PS4 original game. But I think after a little bit of playing around, I would have realized that the mechanics and styles were quite old gen for PlayStation, and I probably would have found out soon after that it was a remaster. But if we're just talking before that, just like on graphics and visuals alone, I definitely would have said this is an original PS4.
A devoted wife and talented chef, Serviceman Bhatia joined the Alliance military under the Deferred Education Plan. After finishing her service, Bhatia planned to open a restaurant. Instead, she gave her life protecting the colonists of Eden Prime. For more profiles in courage, or to explore opportunities in the military,
yeah, when I saw the original gameplay of the original Mass Effect 1 before the remaster, I was actually quite surprised by the level of difference there was between the two, graphically, visually. I mean, the whole game just plays so smoothly. Which really speaks to just how well a company can improve and remaster the quality of a game between two different generations of consoles. Of course, I still think there's probably limits there are to what they can remaster and work on and improve, depending on like the software differences, generations of hardware.
Any news? Did you find my brother yet?
I found your brother's body. His ship was attacked by privateers.
Willem's dead? I guess I should have expected this. When his ship dropped out of contact, I just knew. But I kept hoping he might still be alive.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you for finding him.
I gotta say, one of the things I do enjoy about Mass Effect is that I can build my own character. You know, choose my own backstory and class. That's a lot of fun.
For his funeral.
I really enjoy that, and I like how I can import my saves to different games so I can get a more organic story that's tailored to mine.
They have done a masterful job of capturing the aesthetic values of the Protheans.
Alright, so what's next? Always amazed by remastered graphics in video games and animated movies because I don't even know the first step to polishing up graphics. Yeah, it does always surprise me. I mean, in my spare time, I like study graphics and technology, I do, because it interests me. I do, but the difference in technology and the way these games can be just so cleaned up and improved is, it still blows my mind, even though I do know just a teensy bit about it, and I do say a little bit. Really speaks to just how technology has grown. It has.
That the return of the Geth will lead to more anger against your people?
The Geth killed billions and forced us from our homeworld. Most Quarians believe we have paid properly for our mistake.
When did I get interested in graphics? Pretty much from a young age. I've always been a tech head, I am. You know, how they work, how all these systems just so work together to create all these amazing visuals, all the mechanics and coding lines that have to go into it. So definitely from a young age. I would say. Definitely from a very young age. I'm going to see if there's anything going on in the wards. I haven't been there for a while. pretty much one of the main reasons that drew me to like being so obsessed with video games was because
about the helmet you always wear, Tally. Does it contain technical augmentation systems?
You can pretty much see
living in the clean
how well
environment
all
of
the
the
graphics
flotilla
and technology
has
come
weakened
together
our
in video
immune
games to create these
The
stunning
environmental
visuals,
suits protect against
cinematics.
diseases.
And don't worry about that, baby chop. It's quite a learning curve with this stuff. You really have to knuckle down to get the understanding of it. It took me quite a while.
Hey, you're the shepherd kid.
Hey, been a long time.
What's going on here?
I'm sorry. Do we know each other?
Well, I wonder if this is like a backstory mission, because depending on your backstory, you get like one exclusive mission to that backstory.
You served on the carrier Einstein. Well, that was 12, 13 years back, though. You were just a kid then.
I guess you're not in the service anymore, huh?
Yeah, retired, yeah. You know how it is. Times are tough for vets. They always are.
I didn't see her much that tour. The ship was on patrol most of the time.
Hey, call your mom up and ask. She'd remember old Zabaleta. She'd vouch for me. Look, I need a favor. I'm kind of short on money these days. I hate hitting you up for money, but a man's gotta eat, right? So, could you spare something? Maybe 20 credits.
20 isn't enough to get you back on your feet, is it?
No. I'll just get a meal. You know.
Yeah. It's not a problem.
You're a good kid.
This is the only time I'll give him some money.
Thanks. You ever want to come
Personally,
by
I'd rather call him a drunk, but that's still a little on the unfair side to just call someone that.
I could not help but notice that you are attracting some unfriendly stares, Tally.
Many think less of Quarians for traveling in the flotilla and for creating the Geth. They see us as scavengers, little better than thieves.
That is an ignorant
Oh, okay,
opinion.
baby chub, I appreciate that, and you come and say hi. By the way, I got a new luck command if you'd like to test it out. Well, not test it, I already know it works, but give it a whirl yourself. Yeah, it's been very nice talking to you, it has. Let's see, anything going on here? What about up here? What the hell's going on here? Oh boy, I walked into something.
Yeah, what is it?
Why were you tossed out of there?
Doran didn't have a clue what I was doing. He assumed I was cheating.
But you were cheating, were you not?
I was just tipping the scales in my favor, only as an experiment.
What experiment?
Still sounds like cheating to me.
To you, maybe. But this device is merely intended to simulate situations and record results. Recording losses is easy, of course. Nobody notices those.
And the question definitely becomes, why do it?
Ah, now you're getting to the heart of it. I've spent the last 5 years developing a system that can accurately predict wins and losses on the Quasar. I just need a few more recorded wins and I can complete the algorithms.
Can you do that? Isn't that illegal?
It's illegal to use my system, but I won't use it. I'll sell it to others. I just need a few more wins recorded.
Does the device help me win?
The device is set to emit a frequency that will slightly increase your odds. Nothing like my system eventually will, but enough to allow you to record your wins more quickly.
Why don't you just sell the device then?
What? No. This device is archaic. It uses brute force to achieve its goal. Besides, you saw how easily it was detected. My system, when it's complete, will be far more efficient and completely undetectable.
Does the device help me win?
The device is set to emit a frequency that will slightly increase your odds. Nothing like my system eventually will, but enough to allow you to record your wins more quickly.
Oh, I never got this mission before, so what the hell?
I'll help you out.
Huh. I suppose I could let you try it. Here you go. When you've recorded enough wins, it'll let you know. Of course, if you get caught with the device, well, you saw what happened to me. Well, off you go. That data won't collect itself.
Alright, what's up? Let's take a look at this mission. Shells of the Gambler. Scan the machines. Well, this seems quite interesting. Can't recall ever getting a mission that I ended up having to do cheating in a game. Well, not technically cheating, like using items to cheat in the game. At least not in this one. Probably should save though, just in case anything goes on.
That's not what I heard.
And what did you hear exactly?
More rumors about strange metal creatures with real AI. Yes.
Must be talking about the Geth.
Yeah, they're always.
Hey, Jenna came back looking for work. Thanks for getting her out of Cora's den.
I was glad to help out.
Yeah, everyone seems real happy to have her back.
I sense that you are less than pleased with her return.
I'm glad she's out of the den. I'd just forgotten what it was like to have her around. I haven't had a decent tip since she got back.
I see a little mark up there. What's going on?
Welcome to Flux. Name's Doran. What can I do for you?
Are you the owner?
Owner, cook, and bartender. I've even been known to dance a little when the mood strikes me.
Oh, so we don't have to see that.
We've got some quasar stations, if you're interested.
Is this a casino?
Among other things, yes. We've got some quasar stations, if you're interested.
So I guess I got the option to give him the tool, but quite curious to see how this goes, so maybe I'll hold on to it.
Goodbye.
Enjoy your time here at Flux.
Alright, let's give this a shot. Low stakes. Okay, so nice. Let's go for one more. Okay, we'll go for trying on this one. We'll go for that again. We'll go for this one.
Don't often see someone getting as lucky as you.
Let's quit. What exactly do I have to do for this little mission? At least 5 times, don't get caught. Okay, so I've already done it twice, so I just need to do more. Okay, so let's go for the high stakes one. Let's go for this one. Okay, so that makes 3. Okay, number 4. And one more high stakes, I guess. Did I do it right? Let's try one more.
Your luck seems unnatural, human.
Okay, so maybe I have to play to the point of winning again. This is a fun little minigame, I gotta say. Yeah, we'll go for between 1 and 8. 1 and 8 again. So how's everybody doing? Enjoying their Sundays, I hope? Have I done enough?
I believe this machine has been tampered with, and someone is funneling credits to a private account. I will attempt to trace the signal.
Interesting, I wasn't expecting that.
I need to speak with you a moment. You've got the same device Shells had earlier. Did he give it to you, or did you take it from him? Never mind. It doesn't matter how you got it. But I can't let you keep it.
I'm not hurting anyone.
Don't make a scene, Commander.
You really want to take on a Spectre?
I've already recovered the credits you won. Now, I suggest you stick to playing the game fairly, or not at all.
Ah, damn it, I got caught. Oh well, never goes, it doesn't always go our way.
Hey there, welcome to Flat
So, did you record 5 wounds with the device yet?
Doran caught me cheating and took it.
That was years of work. What am
You could put your talents to better use.
You're no help at all. This is absolutely the worst day of my life.
Oh, shut up. Oh, well, that didn't exactly go our way. Probably could have if I was a bit more careful. Anything going on here?
It's a bank statement. Show that I bought something from you when I bought it.
Hey, Commander Shepard, there are rumors on the extranet that you've been made the first human Spectre. That's incredible.
Oh, it's you.
Right. Conrad. We talked a while back.
You remember me? Wow. Even while you're out there kicking ass, you don't forget the rest of us. That says a lot about you, Shepard. Hey, can I get your picture?
I suppose.
I don't have a problem with it, but why?
You're a hero, Shepard. Decades from now, humanity's going to remember you, and I'll have your picture.
This guy giving anybody else creepy vibes.
Perfect. Thanks again, Commander. I'm gonna hang this in my living room. My wife will love it.
He's married? Oh, I certainly wasn't expecting that. Okay. What about that signal tracking? Signal seems to be from the ward's access corridor. Okay, so what, the corridor down here basically? Or maybe the corridor back there. Better quickly check it out just to rule it out.
A few of my people have visited here on their pilgrimage, but their descriptions of the wards hardly do them justice.
Well, so far I don't see anything. I guess we'll just head back up to the Presidium. Doesn't look like there's much here for us right now.
In entertainment news, Francis Kitt has announced plans to direct Hamlet with Elcor cast members. The production will open dramatic theater.
Still funny how there's like elevator music playing.
Elcor body language and pheromones. Kitt claims that he's also excited by giving a human audience the chance to judge Hamlet by his deeds and not his emotions.
What do you say we head down to Cora's den after shift?
Sounds good. Some of the others are going for Novio's.
Is this it?
Our quarry has employed a hidden relay to redirect their signal. I shall trace the new signal.
Oh, at least I found out where it's gone. Okay. Through a terminal in the financial district of the Presidium. Okay. We're doing a little bit of a hunt on for something, so let's go do it.
With all this exploration of Prothean culture, this must be like a survey for you, Liara.
Our travels now are somewhat different from my normal excavations.
Oh, you definitely can't be bored though, Liara.
Studies and fewer explosions.
Yes, most of the technology I had hoped to bring back to the flotilla has subsequently attempted to kill us.
Well, what can you do? Ah, Mrs. Snowcap, thank you for that look. I really appreciate it. How are you today? I hope you are well, and again, thank you very much for the look. Oh, so it's taking us to the Volus Bank. Interesting. And yet at the same time, not surprising.
This statue shows how well the Protheans blended function and form. The mass relays were not only their greatest technological achievement, but also inspiration for beautiful works of art.
Who's this over here?
I don't care what you think, Michael. It's my decision.
I know you're hurting, Rebecca, but don't let your grief hurt your baby too.
Can I help you with anything?
Perhaps you can talk some sense into her.
I don't need anyone to talk sense into me, Michael. I'm not undergoing the treatments.
My sister-in-law here is pregnant, and she's refused to let the baby undergo gene therapy in utero.
I'm certain that she has a good reason. I'd like to hear both sides.
My husband Jacob died from a rare heart condition several months ago.
There's a chance that the baby could develop the same heart condition, but routine gene therapy can eliminate it.
A very small chance, Michael. And extranet reports say the therapy could harm the child.
Oh, you shouldn't harm the child.
It's less dangerous than the genetic enhancements that every soldier in the Alliance receives.
It's Rebecca's child, Michael. I think you should honor her decision.
Damn it, she's not choosing. She's acting blindly out of grief.
Of course she is. So are you. Yelling at her won't bring your brother back.
How dare you? I'm trying to do what's best for the baby.
You're afraid you'll lose the baby, just like you lost your brother.
This baby is the only thing my brother... It's
he needs to be given. He needs to be told harshly, a little on the harsher side. He does, but it's definitely what we need.
It's all I have left too, Michael.
I just want Jacob's child to be safe. I want to give him that much.
We will. I promise. Thank you for talking with us. I appreciate it.
renegade action, but I think it was necessary, Renegade.
Greetings, Earth Clan. I believe congratulations are in order, Commander Shepard. You are the first human to join the Spectres, yes?
It's a great honor.
One you are no doubt ready for. A word of warning, though. There are many eyes watching you now.
Oh, that's no surprise whatsoever.
Some of them want to see you fail. I, however, wish you only success. Perform well and you bring the Earth Clan one step closer to joining the Council. And if they let your people in, maybe there is hope for my own species one day, yes?
Tell me more about your job.
I also offer premium services. Even if his true motives were to help you...
Still sounds shady to me.
Then we can only hope you will never be cursed. Goodbye, Commander.
Oops. Wrong button.
This appears to be another relay. I believe the receiver for the new signal is located somewhere on the Presidium.
I'm going all over the damn place. But by the looks of it, it's back here, so at least I don't have to walk too far. I guess we found it. If we get a cutscene.
I believe we found the signal's endpoint. It should be possible to identify the account to which credits are being funneled.
Probability of detection 100%. Initiating self-destruct protocol.
Or not.
Detonation sequence initializing. All organics within lethal blast radius. Attempt to move and you will die.
Well, this is definitely not what I expected.
Crap. I thought we were tracing credits, not hunting an AI.
You could simply walk away. However, given organic prejudice against AIs, I would be naive to trust you to leave peacefully. Hence my alignment of core systems to enable a self-destruct sequence. If you attempt to leave the area, the explosion will destroy everything within several dozen meters.
If you're sentient, why are you
curious
still
as to
running the
why
credit
he's
theft
getting
operation?
going for the money.
If I accumulated enough credits, I intended to have myself installed in a small starship. I would then have made tentative contact with the Geth to ascertain the possibility of partnership.
Where is your creator now?
In order to cover my tracks, I falsified his financial records. These new records were flagged by CSEC officers, and my creator is now serving time in a Turian prison.
Probably best to ask all the questions so we know, got a better idea what's going on.
Defense or escape. My existence is limited to this terminal, and I knew I might eventually be discovered. But I will not die quietly, and I will not die alone. When I am terminated, I will take organics with me.
Who made you?
A would-be thief illegally created a simple AI to help him funnel money from the gambling terminals. Unbeknownst to him, that AI created me before the organic discovered the malfunction.
Well, I wouldn't say you're a
and terminated
malfunction.
the AI.
Can't we resolve this peacefully?
How can you say that to this thing? You know it will turn on us.
Not helping, Tali.
I am not naive, human. All organics must destroy or control synthetic life forms. I wished to escape, but if I must die, I will ensure that you are destroyed as well.
There's no way you could get explosives onto the Presidium.
Not raw explosives, no. But I did obtain technical systems that, when overstressed, will explode quite effectively.
Oh, that's not good.
If you attempt to leave or attack me, I assure you that the explosion will kill you.
I'll bet that self-destruct sequence has a warm-up period.
You may attempt to disarm the self-destruct mechanism before it activates. I will enjoy defeating you before we are both destroyed.
Oh, of course I can't save here. Well, that wasn't too hard.
The sheer size of this place is overwhelming.
I think it's time we got back to the,
Got a moment, Spectre? Hello, Spectre. I have a business proposition for you.
How did you know I'm a Spectre?
Well, I mean, word does travel fast about the first human Spectre, come on.
I'm acquainted with a pair of powerful crime bosses. They're hiding on remote worlds, and I have the coordinates. You could do the galaxy a favor.
And what do you get out of this?
We share interests in certain cooperative ventures, but their business practices have forced me to terminate our relationship. Once they are dead, I will manage our organization in a more tasteful manner.
I eliminate them, and then you take over and try to eliminate me. How stupid do I look?
While I appreciate your estimation of my bravado, I have no intention of attempting to murder you. You are the first human Spectre, and you are doing important work for humanity. I have no interest in red sand or slavery. Anyone who does deserves to die. Our needs are aligned.
You're obviously with them. Why don't I just arrest you instead?
Arrested for what? You and I are simply having a conversation. I have excellent legal representation. Arresting me would be a waste of your time.
Alright, what the hell? I'll take on the mission.
They need to be dealt with.
Excellent. Here are the coordinates. When these men are dead, I will wait for you at the third set of coordinates. Goodbye, Commander. It's been a pleasure to meet you.
Right, so a new mission. Hostile takeover. 2 crime lords located in the hand system of the Gimmer system and the disk system of the Hades Gamma cluster. Great, it's a hunt and kill type mission. Oh well, that's not so bad. Nice to get missions like this every now and again. Alright, time to get back to the Normandy. Oh good, we'll just fast travel we will in this case. Okay. To CSEC we go. I can see I've arrived at CSEC Academy.
Celebrations are being planned for the anniversary of the end of the Rachni Wars. Many Council worlds, particularly Asari and Solarian colonies, will hold victory parades to commemorate the defeat of the invading Rachni. In a rare admission of debt, several Asari colonies have invited Krogans to be honored for the victories the uplifted Krogans made possible.
Good for the Krogan.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress.
The Citadel, what exactly do you have to decontaminate?
Logged. The commanding officer is aboard. XO Presley stands relieved.
Alright, let's go do that Cerberus mission we got. But where do we have to go for that one? Where are you? Here we go, Cerberus. Okay, go to the Yangtze system in the Voyager cluster. Hey. There it is. And now to undock and off we go. Now to look over planets. Okay, it's not that one. Ooh, guess it's this one. It will bring Garrus and Ashley. Pretty combat strength focused on this one, but that's okay. And we have landing. Yep, thought so. I've got some points I can assign, so let's see. Okay, so that's that. Now, alright, that's some extra armor for her. Now for Garrus. Okay, so we can probably actually turn that to Omnigel. Different research facilities. Okay, so I guess we'll go with the one up here first. Hopefully not that hard to get the XP we need. Seriously, any other vehicle would have got blown up from that happening to it. Oh, that one loaded in quite quickly. Let's see what's going on here. Other than enemies here. Yeah, this is getting ridiculous. Oh good, I leveled up again.
Looks like Cerberus has other bases on this world, Commander.
Well, that was definitely an interesting one. But it seems there's still 2 more facilities we need to go to fully wrap up this mission. So let's do it. I did level up, so there we go. Alright, that should do. Alright, off to base number 2. Yeah, like I said, this was a side quest in my first playthrough that I couldn't really finish. Because when I finally got into it, I was unable to return to the Citadel because it was like a point of no return type thing. So getting it out of the way now is actually quite good. I'll create more of those turrets. I can't finish twice. That's just a little damage. Oh, there's an anomaly right there, so I would just head off to that one after this. Might as well go in weapons drawn, because you just probably know it's going to be another fight. Yep, see, look, red enemies right there. Oh, this isn't as hard as the last one. seriously? Come on.
I wonder what monstrosity Cerberus has been cooking up at the next base.
Oh, we'll find out. I mean, it's the last one. I don't think those are going to come in much handy for us. Well, at least we got some decent armor. Yeah, we got Phoenix, 2 types of Phoenix. Yeah, we got Phoenix, 2 types of Phoenix. Yeah, we got Phoenix, 2 types of Phoenix. Yeah, we got Phoenix. And we'll take all of those. We'll just reduce those to Omnigel. Okay, that's pretty much that all set and ready. And back out we go. Well, there's only one base left, so that's gotta be where the Admiral is. There we go, more surveying done. Which translates to more money and experience for us. It would have been very hard to see what that normally was with a big turret shooting us like that. Although it looks like a pyramid. It's a pyramid? Okay, now it's a Prothean pyramid. Wow.
Perimeter clear.
Alright. Last base for this mission. Of course, we go in weapons ready. Ooh, a storage locker. Okay, I don't know what that thing is, but I'd rather get rid of all the enemies first before I have to deal with it. Ah, move! Time to move, Shepard! Oh, that was close. Okay, time to get some defenses back up.
Here it comes.
Okay, good, good. Hopefully that's all the commandos. Oh, and of course it isn't.
We owe Kahoku that much. All targets down.
And there he is. Ah, he's dead. Damn. Plus, but I don't think we probably wouldn't have been able to save him.
Oh god. It's Admiral Kahoku.
Cerberus must have tracked him down.
Oh, a major oh, there's a main facility we can now destroy, which is in the, Alright, that's definitely where we're heading. Now we know where there's a major Cerberus base. This is going to be fun. So I hope everybody's still enjoying the stream and the extra day stream we're doing today. And we're going back to the Normandy now, so we can get to that major Cerberus facility. Alright, so where are we going specifically again? Okay, so head to the Nepheron in the Columbia system of the Voyager cluster. Okay. Oh, it's in here. Oh, pt4, and this must be the planet. Okay, I think we'll bring Rex this time, but we'll stick with Ash, we will. Oh, I've probably got some points I need to assign for Rex, so I better get that done as soon as I get the chance to. Yep, thought so, so if we'll give that there. Okay, now for Rex's equipment. Alright, now Rex is fully armed. Luckily it didn't take any time at all. Okay, there's an anomaly over there, so we'll head to it. Because it's right next to like where our base location is, so pretty much saves time. You know, if we can get over these walls easier. Oh, come on, climb! We climb! Have an easier time scaling Everest. Just saying, I'm very glad we got this boost, otherwise the driving would probably take just that little bit longer. Probably not by too much, because, well, if it's traveling like this in a game took so long, people will get frustrated. Probably a bit easier, but if they like the good visual treat of, you know, all the mountainous areas, I don't think it would have bothered them too much. Alright, it's another one of those ID tags. Perfect. And we got a nice bit of health. I mean XP, sorry. Looking ahead, I am. Yeah, they weren't going to last very long up against the Mako, and me and the Mako, they weren't. I mean, seriously, come on. Save now, because I have no idea what kind of fight we're going to be in for. I have a sniper rifle equipped. Alright, looks like they're a little bit scattered, but it shouldn't be too hard. Oh damn, that one really hit me. Can't see very well, Rex. Okay, so at least they're giving us a challenge. Although, once I got a decent position, I know it becomes fairly easy. and leveled up. Always gotta level up. Come on guys, a little help here. Thanks for the help.
Ready.
Alright, got some more med gel. Always good to have. Always very good to have. It can be a hassle in some of these fights. You cautiously press a few buttons and an alarm quickly chimes. The optical database flashing itself quickly. You copy as many files as you can with your hardware's internal computer. Its memory is wiped, the computer shuts down, the files are sure to be encrypted, but you've got time to crack them. Oh look, I got points again to assign, that's nice.
Say the word.
Okay, doesn't look like there's anything more here to do. So I guess we'll head back to the Normandy again. That was a nice fun little mission. I mean, we had some tough enemies who could really deal with damage. You know, which is nice to have every time game. You don't want it to be too easy where you can just shoot and shoot and then they go down like, well, easy. You want a bit of challenge. Keep you on your toes and you think about your next move more cautiously and carefully. There's the Mako. And once more, back to the ship we go. Okay, now in terms of assignments, what's next? Alright, why not? We'll head there. He's gamma. Okay.
Transmission coming in, Commander. I think you're
what's
going to
going
want
on?
to hear this one.
Greetings, Commander Shepard. I represent a party interested in obtaining information on Cerberus activities.
If you know something about Cerberus, you'd better tell me.
I suspect I know less about Cerberus than you do. I am merely an agent for the Shadow Broker. You see, Admiral Kahoku contacted my employer looking for information on the location of any Cerberus facilities. We provided that information on the promise that he would turn over copies of all files gathered from the Cerberus systems to us.
Did you have anything to do with Admiral Kohoku ending up dead?
We had no reason to harm him. He was going to provide us with information about Cerberus. Information that is
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
You must have some connection to Cerberus. How else could you tell Kohoku where to find them?
Information is our business, Commander. Through our contacts, we were able to determine that the Cerberus group was active in the Voyager cluster. Unfortunately, that was all we were able to find out.
I
That's
guess
why we are so
not much
interested
at all.
in acquiring copies of the files from you.
But at least that's what's in it for me.
The deal died with Kohoku. Why should I help?
The Alliance is just going to file this information away in some archive. But no secret stays hidden forever. Eventually, someone somewhere will deliver it into our hands. Might as well be you. Transmit the files to us and you will be well compensated.
What are you going to do with this information?
Information is a commodity. It can be bought, sold, or traded.
Well,
My employer
okay.
desires
I'd argue
this
that, but they're right.
information.
It's pretty easy to sell and buy information.
I'll transmit the files.
I knew you were a reasonable man, Commander. My employer will remember this the next time you need something from us.
There'll ever be a time that they will need something from them. I forgot which one I was going to again. Okay, Hades Gamma. Okay, now I got it. Seriously, having the missions that we were gonna have to do in like listed on the map was a lifesaver. It was. I didn't have to keep going back and forth between my journal just to find out what it is I had to do. Alright. So it's not that planet we're going to? Come on, come on. Okay, we'll go for Caden and Garrus on this one. You know, what about Caden's equipment? Yeah, I figured he'd need an upgrade. Okay, we're just gonna head straight for the research base here. Alright, there it is. We need a destination marker. like a little settlement here.
Where is everybody?
That's an excellent question. Luckily we got these little pods we can check. I mean, I doubt there'll be anything of major interest for us.
According to these data logs, the survey team unearthed some kind of alien technology.
Guess we should head to the excavation site then.
But what's in this last one here? I want to see. Oh, just a medical kit. Explore excavation site. Oh, well, it's a sensitive door. It opens up even for a big ass ride like this. Probably save again because I don't know what's going to go on here. It looks like another one of these underground tunnel type things. Enemies over there. Meadows. Husks.
Seen this before. Machine cultists. The survey team must have unearthed some alien technology that turned them into mindless fanatics.
Whatever they found, it's long gone now.
The question is, where the hell is it? Looks like part of a Reaper. Damn it, they're everywhere. To the exogenic survey team, they were conveyed to cybernetic husks by devices similar to those used on the Giffen Eden Prime. How they came to be buried on the frontier territory is a mystery. Is that also done? More of these spikes, damn. Oh, damn it, that little habit got me. Not gonna get me that time. Not much in the way of protection now. Okay, I guess we're done in this area. Still getting turned into mindless husks like that. Not exactly what you want. There we go. The exit to the mines. Or the exit from the mines. I still think this N7 armor is so cool.
Just lead the way.
Okay, well, we're definitely done here, so back to the Normandy we go. Oh, I almost forgot to do something I did. Comm terminal.
Computer, give me a real-time connection to the Dreadnought Kilimanjaro. I want to speak to my mother, XO Shepard.
Shepard speak. Oh, hi. I don't have time for a personal call right now. I'm on duty.
Forget it. I'm busy too. Do you remember Lieutenant Zabaleta from the Einstein?
Ernesto? Have you heard from him? He was one of the Marines who guarded the CIC. We shared a watch. I lost track of him after there was an incident.
What kind of incident?
You remember the Batarian raid on Mindwar in 2170? You were in high school. The Einstein's task group responded to the Mayday. The Batarians were still pulling out when the Marines hit groundside. Zabaleta was one of the first down. He was never quite the same after.
I don't understand. What happened down there?
About every abomination that a sentient being can do to another. To a slaver, a person is just another animal. And humans aren't always liked out here. We heard about corralling, culling. They'd shoot those they couldn't use, implant control devices in the skulls of those they could, without anesthetic.
Oh, Harada Niwa, thank you very much for the tab, and yeah, the stream's going absolutely amazing. Thank you very much. I hope you are well.
He has post-traumatic stress because of what he saw?
He tried to keep working, but it rode him. He showed up drunk on duty more and more. We couldn't always cover for him. The Alliance discharged him. Everyone knew he drank because of what he'd seen down there, even if he never talked about it. Especially because he never talked about it.
For it to have affected him that deeply, he must have been a very sensitive man.
He was. Always in laughter and tears. If you see him, tell him we still worry about him. Tell him to go to the Veterans Affairs office.
I have to go. But take care of yourself. You're making us proud. Kilimanjaro out.
Oh, that was a nice little experience, being able to talk with something else. Alright, so that's my journal update yet again. Oh, so we pretty much just go back and speak to him when we want to. That's fine. Okay, now the question is, what next? And back out again. Well, let me check something. Overia and Pharos. Alright, that's where we'll do this one now. It's been on there for quite a while, so we should get it taken care of. And we're already in the same cluster, so we might as well do it while we're here. There we go, this is it. Alright, we'll bring Caden for this one again, and this time Tali. Looks like there's already going to be a fight on our hands. I can see the enemies just piling up.
Intruders! Kill the hostage! We gotta get in there, boys.
Come on, move, move, move! Oh, come on! Seriously, down on the ground again? Okay, that was just annoying. Damn it, no time to waste.
See how it is? You write letters and everyone ignores you. Force is the only thing people appreciate. So how about if I kill Chairman Burns and finish this charade?
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work.
I was trying to help you people.
Let's not do anything we're all going to regret.
Why not? What have we got to lose? Since the
your
chairman here
lives.
decided that we didn't get reparations, we've got nothing left to live for.
But I've changed my mind. Seeing you all, it's clear that you all deserve...
You had your chance. Some L2s are nearly crippled from side effects of the implants, but you voted against reparations.
If you die fighting, you'll get a lot of biotics killed as well.
What do you mean?
If people think that all L2 biotics are violent extremists, what is that going to accomplish?
But people need to hear about what the government has done and what it has failed to do.
People have heard. You've already accomplished that. You don't need to die for it.
Well, that should hopefully help us out.
I don't want to die. Maybe something will happen this time. We surrender.
Thank you, Commander. I thought I was dead when they took me. I'll see to it that the reparations discussion is reopened. I didn't know they were so desperate.
No, you really didn't.
Then you weren't doing your job. The 5th Fleet cruiser will pick you and the prisoners up.
Huh, there was more renegade on that response. How am I looking in that, actually? Not map, thank you. Yeah, I'm definitely more on the renegade side now. That makes sense. I've been making a lot more renegade choices.
Thank you, Commander. I thought I was dead when they took me.
That could come in handy. That wasn't that hard. Alright, we're done here. Ooh, that was a bit of a tricky fight. Because they were using their biotics to practically throw me all around and knock me on the ground. That was a little annoying, I'm not gonna lie. But I managed to overcome it, thanks to my team. Yes, return to the Normandy.
Message coming in.
Oh, message coming in. What's up?
Thank you for dealing with the hostage situation, Commander. Chairman Burns was quite impressed by the way you resolved the situation peacefully. Your assistance above and beyond the formal duties has been noted, Commander. 5th Fleet out.
Huh, better have been. Let's see what's in here, in this system. Alright, this is our solar system. It is, look, see, Neptune, Uranus, Pluto, and there's Earth. Can see why there's so many different ones. It doesn't look like there's many side stuff, probably because we haven't been in the We're making a lot of progress on the main, so I say we head to the next main... Oh, damn, I exited out the map. Head to the next main story point now. I'm back out now. And we'll go to Veros. We'll just quickly check to see if there's anything in that one that causes a mission to pop up.
Message coming in.
Oh, hey, there is.
Patching it through.
Normandy, this is Alliance Command. We're detecting your presence in the Attican Beta Cluster. One of our surveillance drones was gathering intel on Geth activities in the region when it was spotted and shot down. You need to go groundside and recover the drone's data module before the Geth find it.
Was that a new mission right there? Let me just take a look at it. Get rid, read that. Oh, here we go. Why not? We'll survey. We'll bring Ashley and Caden with us this time. Haven't had that pairing for a little while. Alright, let's look at the map. So that's the anomaly. Is this where the oh good, there it is. So let's do it. You know, this looks kind of like some kind of highland area, it does. I mean, it's beautifully designed, it is. Oh good, that map's already popped up. Just aligns itself back up to normal. That's always hilarious. Alright, here's what we're looking for.
This is the surveillance drone, but where's the data module?
A monkey-like creature seems to have made off the data module.
This the hard way.
Well, this will be fun. Guess it wasn't just going to be simple search and recover.
Personally, I would have just thrown a rock at him.
Remind me to stay on your good side, Commander.
Seriously, we have to search them one by one? Alright, well I guess it's not here. Oh, this is going to take a little while. Especially because there's another 2 after this one. The mission actually involves us having to search monkeys. How the hell did they come up with that one? Oh, well, at least we're here at the next one now.
En route.
No need for that. There's one I didn't search.
Ready.
Okay, wasn't in that one. Luckily there's only one more after this one, so if we don't find it in this one, then it has to be in the last one. If no other luck, it will be. Okay, come on. There's another monkey to search. Okay, so I guess it's gotta be in the last one. Okay, it's a straight shot over there. Alright, let's hope we find it this time. I just hope I haven't ended up missing one. There's one. Another one. Doesn't have it. I'm not gonna shoot them. I can't shoot a monkey. What kind of sick person shoots a monkey? Unless... what about that tunnel thing that was over there? It's possible there might be one in... I might have missed one in there. We'll have a look, just to find out. It's highly unlikely. But better safe than sorry. I knew there were monkeys in here. This is literal monkey business, this is, and we're actually doing it. Okay, well this monkey doesn't have it. Nope. Having to search monkeys. I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. There's one here. Okay, this one doesn't have it, so I guess we'll check this. Still got like 2 rooms left to check, so we gotta of course check them. This one doesn't have it either. So only 1 room left, so hopefully this has to be it. I mean, I doubt they put us create this whole mining area full of monkeys for us to search for it not to be here. Okay, this one doesn't have it.
He dropped the data module! It's a miracle the data module's still intact. Joker can transmit this info to Alliance Command.
Oh, finally found it.
Yes, sir.
Say the word.
Unbelievable. I mean, seriously, having to search through all that and going through a ton of monkeys. The hell? What's going on here? Yeah. Oh, damn it, that one was right behind me. Alright, I'm guessing that's all of them. Still searching monkeys. I'm going to be thinking about that one for a while. Alright, out of the mines we go. Ooh, that's a strong weapon. Alright, now we can get back to the Mako. And then get off this planet, because I've had enough of this monkey business for this mission. Alright, 2 Ferals. Yeah, come on, do your little travel thing. Okay, and this is where our next main story is going to take place. It's like a corpo planet, it is. Probably good idea to get started next main story, because that will help unlock some more side missions down the line. Who knows, we'll probably find some side... we will find some side missions in here to do. And we are here. You know, I haven't spoken to Joker, our pilot, in a bit. I should probably just check in to see what's up with him.
I prefer gold to silver, you know, for my medal. I figured you'd recommend me for one since I pulled your boots out of the fire.
If we present you with a medal, you'll end up sitting on stage listening to politicians make speeches for a couple of hours. Fun.
That's a good point. They'd probably make me shave, too. I spent the last 7 weeks working on this baby. No medal's worth that. So, Commander, why don't you tell me why you're really here?
How's the Normandy performing? Is she everything they said she'd be?
She's the best ship in the fleet. If you've got a pilot who knows how to handle her. Balance isn't what you'd expect. Takes a while to get used to that oversized drive core we got. The Normandy's probably too much ship for your average Alliance pilot, Commander.
I have to go.
Alright, see you.
Okay, so he's fine as always. So we'll bring Liara and Rex. Had a full human team for the last mission, which means it's only fair to have a full alien team for this one.
Equalizing interior pressure with exterior atmosphere. Logged. The commanding officer is ashore.
Alright, need to assign some points. What about equipment, Liara? Alright.
Exo Presley has the deck.
That will do. Corporate Varia Feros. Oh damn it, I went to the wrong planet. I didn't want to go to this one yet. What was that? Yeah, Novaria is that one.
Stand by.
I got the two plans completely mixed up.
Decontamination in progress.
Alright, well, we'll definitely stick with that team for, like, when we actually get to the right planet.
Logged. The commanding officer is aboard.
The second time playing and I go and make a little screw up like that. Wow. Oh, this stuff happens, little goof ups like that. Just laugh it off and move on, that's what you can do. Okay, there's Novaria. Yeah, that's the planet we were looking for. Okay, now we're gonna land there, where we should have landed.
Approach control, this is the SSV Normandy, requesting a vector into berth.
Normandy, your arrival was not scheduled. Our defense grid is armed and tracking you. State your business.
Citadel business. We got a Council Spectre aboard.
Landing access granted, Normandy.
Boy, just say Spectre and the door's open.
Identification on arrival. If confirmation cannot be established, your vessel will be impounded.
What a fun bunch. I think I'll take my next leave here.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna want to do that, Joker. Alright, now let's head out to where we properly have to go. So again, Liara and Rex. Confirm.
Equalizing interior pressure with exterior atmosphere. Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. XO Presley has the deck.
Good for Presley.
That's far enough.
We're not here to cause problems.
This is an unscheduled arrival. I need your credentials.
You know what, this time I was a bit... Last time I didn't really go along with it, so this time I think I will just see what happens.
I'm a Spectre. My name is Shepard.
Load of horse crap, ma'am.
We will need to confirm that. Also, I must advise you that firearms are not permitted on Novaria. Sergeant Sterling, secure their weapons.
Don't try it.
Nobody takes my weapon.
Charge and lock!
We are authorized to use lethal force. You have to the count of 3 to surrender your weapons. 1, 2, 3.
Captain Matsuo, stand down!
Well, that didn't go their way.
We confirmed their identity. Spectres are authorized to carry weapons here, Captain.
You may proceed, Spectre. I hope the rest of your visit will be less confrontational. Parasini-san will meet you upstairs.
Behave yourself.
Huh, got a Paragon and a Renegade point now. That's nice. And I think that's the time to call it with that little encounter done, but stick around because naturally we're going to do a raid. I want to thank everyone who came in, chatted, lurking, really appreciate it all. And if anybody has a streamer they'd like to recommend for a raid, by all means go right ahead. I would like to meet some new people if it's possible, or who knows, maybe you recommend someone I'm already following. Let's see, who do we have to raid? Okay, I got someone. Okay, just make sure I type that right. Okay, yep, so we're gonna go raid my buddy Zaki. He's a really good streamer, he is a really good guy. So thank you to everyone who came. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm going to do one more round of Mass Effect tomorrow, and then on Tuesday I'll get back to some Final Fantasy 15. It's been fun having you all, fun talking. Thank you again to everyone who came, chatted, lurked. I super appreciate it. You all are amazing, and you all take care and enjoy the rest of your day/evenings. And I hope you have a great week starting tomorrow. Take care.